is how our phenomenal artists are selling out arenas both home and abroad with tens of thousands of people showing up to experience the pulsations of this mysteriously sweet music. Greatness is Kunle Afolayan, Jadesola Oshiberu, Kemi Adetiba, Nazo Nuzo, hitting mind-boggling box office numbers, securing global film deals, and rallying communities. Not so long ago, content was just television, and now digital content is the new oil, with our skit makers, content creators, thought leaders growing our digital economy. Greatness is Professors Kayode Oyewumi and Musa Yakubu, being listed among Elsevier BV's most productive scientists in the world. Greatness is Ethan Nwaneri at 15, becoming the world's youngest player in the English Premier League. Greatness is Abasi Eneobong, pioneering the inclusion of the African genome in research through 54 genes. And Aisha Tofa, building and nurturing a tech ecosystem through Startup Kano. Greatness is Amina Mohammed, championing the voice of global peace as we take a prominent place at the table. Greatness is Miracle Izuchukwu, becoming the youngest female commercial pilot in North America. Greatness is Faith Odunsi, calculating her way to become the global mathematics champion.
Express 0.00.
2.4 times 10 is minus 5. Correct.
Greatness is the pantheon of Nigerian authors. Their stories, our stories, bringing the world into the magic, the pain, the triumphs of the Nigerian experience. Greatness is the unicorns, 6 companies created by Nigerians under 30 years old, now worth over $1 billion each. The stories, the people, Nigeria. Each of these stories of greatness across the globe has you in it, and it has me in it. And we can almost take them for granted. They are so Nigerian. Chimamanda talked about the danger of a single story, where negative stories are used to flatten an individual's experience and overlook the many other stories that formed them. We are our stories. We are not one story, and we must tell these stories to ourselves and to the world. Nigeria is not faceless. It's not an obscure concept or a dream hiding behind the waving of a green, white, green flag. Nigeria has a face. It has many faces. It has over 200 million faces. It has your face. It has my face. What is a dream without a dreamer? You are a hero in this great story. Your name hasn't been mentioned yet, but it will be. You haven't caught the headlines yet, but you will. Oh boy, you never blow yet, but you go soon blow. You know it. I know it. I know you won't stop trying. You won't stop trying. I know you won't ever give up. You know you won't ever give up. How do I know? I'm in Nigeria, and you are too. And we don't stop until we win.
Hey Stars, get more value for your money with StarTimes Upgrade promo. Recharge 1 month on Nova, Basic, or Classic Bouquet and get upgraded to the next bouquet to enjoy exciting top shows like Hidden Truth,
even if something happens between you
For the Crowd,
Because I share this apart, friend.
Celebrity Cook-Off,
Okay, viewers.
And now, by the time we use half of it, the food goes sweet well.
Prize of Passion, and more. If you're on Super Bouquet, recharge for 1 month and get an extra 5 days free. Anticipate.
Rise and shine with Rapid Dawn, your essential morning companion only on Rapid TV.
Start your day with us. We bring you the latest news, engaging discussions, and a fresh perspective on issues that matter.
From weather updates to our wellness tip, interesting recipes, and our trendy conversations every Tuesday to the weirdest of talks on Wednesday, Rapid Dawn has got you covered. So grab a coffee and join us every weekday morning on Rapid Dawn. Let's greet the day together.
Rapid Dawn, weekday mornings at 7 a.m. only on Rapid TV. Join us and wake to the dawn of a new day. See you in the morning.
My name is also.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka Labista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV. Uh-huh.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Rapid TV News tonight. My name is Ugochukwu Madumere. In the headlines, President Tinubu reschedules FEC meeting, convenes emergency security summit. And bad governance protesters defy President Tinubu's olive branch, continues rallies. CBN moves to stabilize forex market with Dutch auction system. 100 Ethiopian migrants rescued by police in South Africa. Plus, China dominates Olympic medal stable. USA and France trail behind. Details of these and more will come to you in the bulletin right after now. Stay with us. The news in detail. The Federal Executive Council meeting scheduled for today has been postponed to a later date. According to reports, the meeting was called off due to the ongoing hunger protest across the country. Despite some ministers arriving at the council chamber, the meeting did not hold as President Bola Tinubu and other top officials were absent. President Tinubu instead convened an emergency security meeting with service chiefs to discuss the nationwide protest and other pressing matters. This comes as protesters continue their demonstrations for the 5th day, defying the president's call for dialogue and an end to the protest. The protest, which began on Thursday, have spread to major cities including Lagos, Abuja and Kaduna. The president had earlier expressed his willingness to listen to and address the protesters' concerns, stating that he has heard their calls loud and clear. However, the protests have continued with many Nigerians demanding action on various issues affecting the country. The demonstrators are demanding an end to hunger, food inflation, and bad governance, as well as the return of fuel subsidies, among other demands. Despite a gradual return to normalcy in Abuja with increased vehicular movements on the 5th day of the nationwide protest, government offices at the Federal Secretariat complex remain deserted. Only a few staff members reported for duty, leaving petty traders who rely on government workers for patronage waiting in vain. The protests have significantly impacted the daily lives of Abuja residents, with many struggling to cope with the disruptions. The situation remains fluid, with developments unfolding by the hour. We will continue to bring you updates on this developing story as more information becomes available. Meanwhile, Governor Uba Sani has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Kaduna and Zaria metropolitan cities due to the ongoing unrest. The curfew, which took effect immediately, was announced by the Overseeing Commissioner, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, who stated that the protests have been hijacked by criminal elements. Despite President Bola Tinubu's address to the nation on Sunday calling for patience and suspension of nationwide protest, the youth in Kaduna continued their demonstration, demanding an end to bad governance and economic hardship. The protesters, who marched through various roads in the state capital, chanted anti-government slogans and held placards with various inscriptions. However, the situation took a turn for the worse as hoodlums started looting government and private buildings. Security forces have been deployed to maintain safety and security and have stopped the protesters from moving beyond the NEPA roundabout, with reports of minors as young as 5 years old among the protesters. In a related development, the ongoing nationwide hunger protest in Zamfara State took a violent turn today, with protesters blocking major roads and destroying properties in Gusau, the state capital. The protesters clashed with police operatives at the roundabout near the Central Police Station, leading to a breakdown in law and order. Eyewitnesses report that many shops and business places were closed, with residents hiding to save their lives. Filling stations were also shut down, making transportation difficult. Motorists and commercial motorcycle riders were unable to buy fuel, further exacerbating the situation. The protest, which is meant to be peaceful, has been hijacked by hoodlums who are looting properties. Security operatives have been deployed to restive areas to prevent further breakdown of law and order. In a surprising turn of events, protesters in Kano, Abuja and Zamfara have been spotted waving Russian flags during their demonstrations. The protesters, mostly underage boys, were seen chanting songs in Hausa and running through the streets in protest. The development comes after the Kano state government relaxed the curfew imposed on the state following the violence that trailed the protest. Despite the relaxation, protesters continued to take to the streets, with some expressing their distrust in President Bola Tinubu's motives and calling for Russian President Vladimir Putin to intervene in Nigeria. The trend of waving foreign flags has raised eyebrows, with some protesters stating that they believe President Tinubu is playing to the interest of international organizations such as the World Bank and IMF. The situation remains fluid, with protests ongoing in various states across the country. Despite President Bola Tinubu's appeal for dialogue, protesters in Port Harcourt, the capital of Rivers State, have refused to back down, taking to the streets to express their frustrations. The protesters are demanding action on hunger and hardship and have vowed to continue their demonstrations. The protesters have also called on motorists to join the peaceful protest, warning them to stay off the roads unless they want to participate in the demonstration. The situation is tense, with reports of urchins taking advantage of the protest to loot shops in busy areas such as Newi, Udi Streets in Diobu and Fon Village in Garrison. The defiance in the streets of Port Harcourt is a clear indication that the protesters are determined to drive home their demands. The situation remains fluid, with the potential for further unrest. We'll continue to bring you updates on this developing story as more information becomes available. Tonight, we're shining a spotlight on a powerful partnership that's promoting peace and harmony across Africa. The African First Ladies Peace Mission has joined forces with the Mediation Training Institute to strengthen peace efforts in Nigeria and beyond. Our correspondent, Godwin Amunde, brings us the story from the signing ceremony, where African women leaders emphasized the urgent need for peace and unity in the African region.
But I can assure you it's going to be a successful one.
In this historic signing ceremony attended by women leaders from across Africa, the African First Ladies Peace Mission, partnering with the Mediation Training Institute, is aimed towards promoting peace and conflict resolution in Africa. The AFLPM, dedicated to promoting peace and conflict resolution, has taken a significant step towards achieving its goals through this partnership with MTI.
You see what's happening here in Nigeria, what's happening in other parts of Africa. There is a need, a crippling need, to begin to talk about peace, to begin to change our mindset about peace, and to ensure that we build the Africa that we need, because there are issues. But how can we handle those issues if we don't mediate, if we don't talk, if we don't change our mindset as to how things are supposed to be?
Well, this initiative is coming at a very, very important time, especially in the life of one of the biggest nations in Africa and West Africa, Nigeria. At a time when we all need to come together to bring peace to our land, we need to heal our land. And so this initiative of the African First Ladies Mission and MTI is very key to whatever we need to do in West Africa and in Africa. And I am particularly elated that it is being championed by women.
The collaboration aims to enhance the capacity of women leaders in mediation and conflict resolution, ultimately contributing to a more peaceful and harmonious Africa.
Prominent figures, whether they are political leaders, religious heads, or cultural icons, play a pivotal role in shaping public perception and policy regarding peace. Their influence can drive national and international agendas towards reconciliation and harmony. Through their platform, they can advocate for justice, dialogue, and the elimination of divisive rhetoric. These are some of the core principles and basic values that led to the establishment of the African First Ladies Peace Mission.
I must say that this is an epoch-making event, especially as it concerns women of Africa and the pursuit of peace. Where women step up to support peace, you get good results.
The signing of the MOU would have to actualize the vision of two great organizations. I call it the synergy of the titans. The aim is to ensure a new African order where divisive national frontiers, the burden of military spending, the different crises all over will be things of the past.
Some African women leaders who were unavoidably absent delivered goodwill messages via Skype, stressing the need to maintain peace in Africa. Notably, Honorable Jenny Kato, a federal commissioner at the Federal Character Commission, emphasized that African leaders must do the right thing and be held accountable to sustain peace on the continent.
If you need to protest, protest against institutions, protest against agencies. The president has given them position of authority. I am from Federal Character Commission. Come to Federal Character and ask us what we are doing in Federal Character Commission. Are we not supposed to command national loyalty if things are rightly done in Federal Character? If job is given to a common man and not racketeered, will there be issue that will bring about peace mission? There won't be so much issue. Yeah, the peace will be there because there will always be problem, but it will be reduced.
The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between these two organizations was a testament to the commitment of African women leaders to driving positive change and promoting peace on the continent. Abuja, Godwin Amundi, Rapid Television News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, said newly registered voters ahead of the upcoming Edo and Ondo state governorship elections is a total of 177,914. A statement by the National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumeku, on Monday said Edo State has 119,206 new voters, while Ondo has 58,708. However, the Commission stated that the figures excluded the 8,847 applications for voter transfers into Edo State and 3,132 into Ondo State from other parts of the country. INEC will release the comprehensive and final register of voters for both states in the coming days, while the Edo election is slated to take place on September 21st, 2024. That of Ondo will hold on November 16th, 2024. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has praised the Inter-Party Advisory Council IPAC for fostering unity among political actors in the state. He made this commendation when IPAC members, led by Chairman Ilyas Badanga, visited him at the government house in Lokoja. Governor Ododo acknowledged IPAC's departure from divisive politics and its commitment to inclusive politics. Governor Ododo emphasized the need for politicians to work together to develop the state, urging them to offer constructive evaluations of his administration's policies and programs. He assured IPAC of his commitment to strengthening their relationship and promoting purposeful leadership. IPAC Chairman Ilyas Badanga expressed gratitude for the governor's open-door policy and humane disposition, which have facilitated a cordial working relationship. Badanga commended Governor Ododo's efforts in infrastructural development and prompt payment of workers' salaries. He assured IPAC's readiness to engage with the government to ensure a free and fair local government election. Special Advisor on Political Matters, Alhaji Hadi Ameto, praised IPAC for their visit and assured that the Kogi state government will prioritize the well-being of the people, uniting them regardless of political affiliations. Tragedy struck in Imo State as gunmen killed 8 community leaders in Umucheke, Onimo local government area. The victims, including the President General Hyginus Ohazurike and 7 other village heads, were attacked while holding a meeting at Ohazurike's shop. Commissioner of Police Aboki Danjuma confirmed the incident and blamed it on suspected members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. He urged residents to be security conscious and report suspicious activities to the police, emphasizing the need for collaboration to end senseless killings. The police, in collaboration with the Nigerian Army and NSCDC, are raiding forests in the Okiwe axis to apprehend the perpetrators. A detachment of security operatives will be stationed in the village to beef up security. This incident occurs barely a week after gunmen attacked parts of Owerri, killing 5 policemen and 3 civilians, leaving the community in a state of tension and fear. A federal high court in Lagos has blocked the sale of Nigeria Air Limited to Ethiopian Airlines, declaring the deal null and void. Justice Ambrose Lewis Alagwa granted the reliefs sought by the plaintiffs, including the registered trustees of the Airline Operators of Nigeria and 5 other aviation industry stakeholders. The court order stops the proposed establishment of a national carrier, Nigeria Air, by the federal government. The plaintiffs had sought to nullify the sale, citing wrongful exclusion and unlawful bidding and selection processes. The defendants in the suit include Nigeria Air Limited, Ethiopian Airlines, former Aviation Minister Senator Hadi Sirika, and the Attorney General of the Federation. The court's decision is a significant setback for the Nigeria Air project. The plaintiffs had argued that the bidding and selection processes were flawed, and the court has now upheld their claims. The federal government has advised Nigerians living in the UK to be extra vigilant due to an increased risk of violence following anti-immigrant protests in several UK cities. The protest escalated over the weekend, with demonstrations turning violent in some areas. The unrest began after a knife attack at a school in Southport left 3 children dead and 8 others injured. Misinformation spread that the suspected attacker was an immigrant and a radical Islamist, leading to anti-immigrant and anti-Muslim groups seizing the protest. The federal government has warned that the violence has taken dangerous proportions and that Nigerians in the UK should take precautions. The government has advised citizens to avoid political processions and protest, crowded areas and large gatherings. They should also be vigilant and self-aware at all times and contact the High Commission with any information of interest. You're still watching Rapid TV News tonight. Coming after the break, business, foreign news and sports. Stay with us.
Where you want to do down clutching, now so you go come here. Come meet me.
40,000.
Eh? You don't forget, say you promise me, say you go take care of me.
My name is Ozo.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka La Vista.
My name is DK, aka Mamachinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Stars, get more value for your money with StarTimes Upgrade promo. Recharge 1 month on Nova, Basic, or Classic Bouquet and get upgraded to the next bouquet to enjoy exciting top shows like Hidden Truth.
Even if something happens between you.
For the Crowd.
Come and share this apart brain.
Celebrity Cook-Off.
Okay, viewers.
Now, by the time we use half of it, the food goes sweet well.
Prides of Passion, and more. If you're on Super Bouquet, recharge for 1 month and get an extra 5 days free. La Liga is back on StarTimes. Anticipate.
Your car.
Are you serious? You are the most amazing husband in the whole world.
No, come on.
I really miss my son.
I know that feeling. He's a small husband.
Can say that again.
Mabel, you still haven't told me who the father of that boy is.
My name is Aki Osaki.
Hey guys, this is Anto Lecky.
My name is Leo Bliss.
My name is Akava. I go by the name Baba D. And you're tuned into Rapid TV.
And I love Rapid TV.
Shout out
Rapid TV.
Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV.
This is
Rapid TV.
Rapid
TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it left down.
leave it like that.
Thanks for being there. Now the rest of the news. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced a new strategy to address foreign exchange fluctuations, introducing a retail Dutch auction system to commence on Wednesday, August 7th. The CBN says the move is in response to a surge in demand for foreign exchange and aims to tackle the foreign exchange crisis in Nigeria. All authorized dealer banks have been directed to submit a comprehensive list of outstanding foreign exchange demands from their end users, with customers' accounts required to be Naira backed to qualify for participation in the auction. This development comes as the Naira continues to face pressure, depreciating to 1,617 Naira 8 kobo per dollar last week, despite CBN's intervention. The Apex Bank has sold $254.5 million to foreign exchange dealers in the last 3 weeks and hopes the new auction system will help stabilize the market. Gordon Amende is up next with more business reports.
Hello, welcome to Business News Update. Nigeria's public debt stock is projected to hit 130 trillion naira this year, raising concerns about the country's debt to gross domestic product ratio. This was revealed in a report by Afrinvest, an investment management company, titled Bank Recapitalization Catalyst for $1 trillion Economy, unveiled in Abuja recently. Nigeria's public debt stock, which includes external and domestic debt, stood at 121.67 trillion naira in the first quarter of 2024, up from 97 1.34 trillion naira in the fourth quarter of 2023, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, indicating a growth rate of 24.99% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. AfriInvest estimated that the fiscal deficit, total public debt stock, debt to GDP, and debt servicing to revenue rate will exceed 13.03 naira, 130 trillion naira, 55% and 60% by 2024 year-end, respectively. As of first quarter 2024, Nigeria's public debt stock stood at 121.7 trillion naira, comprising 77.5 trillion naira, 63.6% in domestic debt, and 44.2 trillion naira, 36.4% in external debt. The domestic debt includes 44.8 trillion naira in federal government bonds, 20.3 trillion naira in treasury bills, and 12.4 trillion naira in other domestic debt. The external debt is made up of 14.3 trillion naira from multilateral creditors, 10.9 trillion naira from bilateral creditors, and 19.0 trillion naira from commercial creditors. AfriInvest assessment of the 2023 actual budget revealed a sustained underperformance, with actual revenue outpacing the budgeted amount by 7.6% to 11.9 trillion naira. However, AfriInvest warned that what should have been a short-term pain from this policy action has become endemic due to the weak forest reserve war chest to adequately meet up with market demand. The report recommended exploring alternative sources of forex such as bilateral loans, natural resources, tied loans, debt for nature swaps, and asset concessions to provide external short-term reliefs. Oil marketers have explained that the reappearance of queues at filling stations in many states is because of the halt in the supply of petroleum products by dealers in a bid to avert losing their assets due to the ongoing nationwide hunger protest. Many states in Nigeria, including the Federal Capital Territory Abuja, witnessed varying degrees of queues about 2 weeks ago, which the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited blamed on a hitch in the discharge operations of a couple of vessels. While the company and stakeholders worked together to tackle the challenge, the nationwide protest against hunger and economic hardship commenced on Thursday, August 1st, 2024, disrupting petrol supply again and causing the reappearance of queues in some states. The National Public Relations Officer of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chief Chinedu Okadige, told newsmen that marketers were advised to close their stations during the protest to avoid losing their assets. He also stated that many tankers did not load products during the first and second days of the protest, stressing that this disruption in the supply chain would cause shortages in states where the products would have been supplied. Of course, to wrap it up on business tonight, European stocks fell sharply at the start of the new trading week as global volatility continues amid concerns of a looming U.S. recession. The regional stock 600 index was 2.6% lower by midday London time, with all sectors and major regional bourses trading in the red. Tech stocks shared as much as 5% before pairing losses slightly to trade down 3.25%. Oil and gas stocks also lost 3.9%, while retail, hotels and banks and mining stocks all traded more than 3% lower. The VIX, a measure of expected market volatility, jumped to 53.39. Its highest level since April 2020 as recessionary concerns mounted. The so-called fear gauge was last seen up 112% at 12:30 p.m. in London versus the 20.5 seen at the end of last week, according to LSEG data. And that's it on Business News Update. My name is Godwin Amude. Rapid Television News continues. Good evening.
And now the foreign scene. Police in Johannesburg have saved nearly 100 Ethiopian migrants who have been held captive at a property in the city. The migrants were discovered during a search for a reported kidnapping victim on Sunday. The migrants were found packed into small rooms and kept locked up and were believed to have been illegally trafficked. 2 people have been arrested on suspicion of kidnapping and human trafficking and will face charges in court. The rescued migrants were taken to a hospital for medical care. This incident highlights the ongoing concern of human trafficking in southern Africa. Ethiopian migrants are often trafficked through several countries in an attempt to reach South Africa and are frequently kept in dangerous conditions. In recent years, there have been several tragic incidents, including the discovery of mass graves in Malawi and Zambia and the deaths of migrants in Mozambique. Authorities, including Interpol, are working to combat this issue. Arthur Brooks is on standby with more news from the foreign scene.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to the international news. Here are our leading stories. First in Niger, where 2 Russians have been taken hostage by Al-Qaeda affiliates. A video released on Friday from Jama Nusrat ul-Islam wa al-Muslimin, JNIM, shows video statements by 2 captives who say they were working for a Russian company in South Niger when taken prisoner. Speaking in Russian accented English, both identified as Russians, saying they were taken hostage in Mbanga, an area 60 kilometers from Niamey. One called himself Yuri and said he was a geologist. The other gave his name as Greg and said he came to work in Niger a month ago. It was not clear where or when the video was filmed. The pair spoke in front of a backdrop of a West African cloth. It did not include a ransom demand. Russia's Foreign Ministry did not respond. A security source in Niger said the pair were taken about a week ago while visiting gold mines. Mbanga is located in the gold-rich Tillabari region where Islamist militants linked to Al-Qaeda and IS are active. Since seizing power in a coup last year, the Niger junta, like the military rulers in Mali and Burkina Faso, have thrown out Western forces and forged closer ties with Russia. Now to Rwanda, where more than 4,000 churches were closed for failing to comply with health and safety regulations. It has affected mostly Pentecostal churches and a few mosques, some operating out of caves, tents, or on banks of rivers. It is the first crackdown since a law came in 5 years ago to regulate places of worship, requiring them to operate in an organized, safe environment, as well as outlawing the use of particularly loud speakers. President Paul Kagame said the country did not need so many houses of worship. Kagame just won a full term in office with 99% of the vote. Rules over a tightly controlled society with little freedom of speech. The ongoing operation targeting churches is carried out by local and the Rwanda Governance Board. Authorities say they are taking a tough line as churches have had 5 years to comply. So far, 4,223 places of worship have been closed, 427 being in caves. Reports a local news site. The majority of Rwandans are Christians, but many also follow traditional practices. Pentecostal churches, often run by preachers claiming to perform miracles, have grown rapidly recently. Some are huge, attracting thousands of worshippers, but others are tiny structures without planning permission. Lastly, to Bangladesh, where Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has earlier today resigned and fled the country after anti-government protests in which hundreds of people were killed. Reports say she and her sister have been taken by army helicopter to safety. Hasina's whereabouts are still unclear. She is thought to be heading to India. Huge crowds of cheering protesters stormed her official residence in the capital, Dhaka, Sunday, despite a curfew and internet clampdown. Also Sunday, at least 90 people were killed in clashes between police and protesters, taking the death toll in recent weeks to more than 300. The bloodshed is some of the worst that Bangladesh has seen since it came into being in 1971. The students' protest began in July with calls to abolish civil service job quotas, but spiraled into demands for Hasina to quit after over 2 decades in power. and thanks for being part of the news. Have a great evening. I am Arthur James Brooks.
Up next is our entertainment segment.
The Actors Guild of Nigeria, AGN, has lifted the suspension on actress Adamma Luke barely 4 months after the death of popular actor Junior Pope. Adamma Luke is the producer of the ill-fated movie The Other Side of Life, in which the late actor Junior Pope starred. It was reported that Junior Pope died alongside 4 crew members after their boat capsized in the River Niger in Asaba, Delta State, while on their way to the movie location on April 10, 2024. Reacting to the tragic incident, the AGN suspended Luke for breaching safety protocols and prohibited its members from working with her until further notice. However, the AGN, in a statement by its National Secretary Abubakar Yakubu, announced the lifting of the suspension. Also, the AGN lifted the ban on filming in riverine areas, but cautioned members to apply all safety standards recommended in the AGN bylaws. Finally, in continuation of his global ascension, Asake has announced the release date for his upcoming album, Lungu Boy. The album will be released on August 9, 2024, and it will feature several superstars, including Grammy-winning Nigerian superstar Wizkid, British rappers Central C and Stormzy, American superstar Travis Scott, and Brazilian singer Ludmilla. The album comes off the back of a run of features from Asake, who collaborated with Zlatan, Ira Star, Vic Tony, Thames, and Central C. In 2024, Asake released Only Me and Wave featuring Central C, which is one of the tracks on the Lungu Boy. The album comes ahead of Ashake's upcoming Lungu Boy tour, which will include stops at the famous O2 Arena, which he previously headlined in 2023, and the iconic Madison Square Garden, which will make him only the 4th Nigerian artist to headline the venue. And that's it on entertainment. The news continues.
And now sports news. Nigeria's medal hopes are rising thanks to impressive performances from Ezekiel Nathaniel and Favour Ofili. Nathaniel cruised into the semi-finals of the men's 400-meter hurdles with a time of 48.32 seconds, becoming the first Nigerian athlete in 12 years to achieve this feat. Favour Ofili also shown qualifying for the women's 200 meters semi-final with a season's best time of 22.24 seconds. She won heat 6, finishing ahead of Great Britain's Dina Asher-Smith and Gambia's Gina Bas-Bitaye. Ofili's performance puts her in second place overall, behind only USA's Gabrielle Thomas. These achievements are a boost to Nigeria's Olympic hopes. Nathaniel and Ofili will look to build on their success in the semi-finals. Ofili's participation in the Olympics was initially marred by administrative issues that denied her a spot in the 100 meters race. However, she has put that behind and is now focused on making a mark in the 200 meters event. And breaking news filtering in says Favour Ofili has now qualified for the finals of the 200 meters. Algerian gymnast Kalia Nemo has made history by becoming the first African to win an Olympic medal in gymnastics. The 17-year-old won gold on the uneven bars at the Paris Olympics, delivering a stunning performance that earned her a career-best 15.700 points. Nemo, who was born in France but represents Algeria, said she was shocked and speechless after achieving her dream of winning an Olympic medal. Nemo's victory was all the more remarkable given the challenges she has faced in her career. She switched to representing Algeria 2 years ago after a medical dispute with the French Federation and has also overcome a growth spurt that required surgery on both knees. Despite these obstacles, Nemo has risen to the top of her sport, and her gold medal win is a testament to her hard work and determination. Nemo's win has sparked joy and pride in Algeria, and she hopes that her achievement will inspire others to follow in her footsteps. Likewise, Cindy Ngamba has made history by winning the Refugee Olympic team's first ever medal at the Paris 2024 Games. The 25-year-old boxer, who was born in Cameroon and sought refuge in Britain at the age of 11, won a unanimous points decision against France's Davina Michel in the women's 75 kg quarterfinal. Ngamba's victory guarantees her at least bronze medal and marks a significant milestone for the refugee Olympic team, which was established to represent forcibly displaced people worldwide. Ngamba's journey to the Olympics has been remarkable, having overcome a tough upbringing and challenges with officialdom. She was arrested and detained aged 20 when trying to register her address and has also faced bullying and discrimination. However, she found solace in boxing introduced to her by her 2 gym teachers who took her under their wing. Ngamba's achievement is a testament to her determination and resilience. Ngamba's medal win is not just a personal triumph, but also a symbol of hope for people around the world facing adversity. Well, the battle for sporting supremacy is heating up, with China currently leading the medals table. As of Monday afternoon, China has amassed 50 medals, including 21 gold, 17 silver, and 12 bronze. The United States is hot on China's heels with a total of 72 medals, including 19 gold, 27 silver, and 26 bronze. France, the host nation, is making a strong showing on home soil, currently holding 3rd position with 44 medals. Australia and the Republic of Korea round out the top 5 with 31 and 26 medals, respectively. Other notable performances include Great Britain in 6th place with 38 total medals and Japan in 7th with 25 medals. The top 10 is rounded out by European powerhouses Italy, Netherlands, and Germany. The Olympic Games continue to showcase the global nature of athletic competition, with countries from around the world vying for medals. Meanwhile, Nigeria's women's basketball team has made history by becoming the first African nation to reach the quarterfinals of the Olympic tournament. They will face a tough challenge against reigning champions, the USA, on Wednesday. Nigeria secured their spot in the quarterfinals with a 79-70 win over Canada on Sunday. The USA also advanced with an 87-68 victory over Germany. The Nigerians will be looking to pull off a major upset against the Americans, who have won the last 7 Olympic titles. The quarterfinals will take place in Paris, with France facing Germany and Spain taking on Belgium. Serbia will play Australia in the first match of the day on Wednesday. Nigeria's historic achievement is a milestone for African football, and they will be looking to continue their impressive run against the mighty USA. And that concludes details of the news tonight. Before we go, here is a recap of the major stories. President Tinubu reschedules FEC meeting, convenes emergency security summit. End bad governance protesters defy President Tinubu's olive branch, continue rallies. CBN moves to stabilize forex market with Dutch auction system. 100 Ethiopian migrants rescued by police in South Africa. Plus, China dominates Olympic medals table. USA and France trail behind. And that's the size of our package tonight. My name is Ugochukwu Madumere. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more interesting content on Rapid Television tonight. Good evening.
My name is Ozo.
My name is Ima Ehumadu, aka La Vista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Now, so you go come here, come meet me.
40,000.
Eh? You don't forget saying promise me, say you go take care of me.
Hey Stars, get more value for your money with StarTimes Upgrade promo. Recharge 1 month on Nova, Basic or Classic Bouquet and get upgraded to the next bouquet to enjoy exciting top shows like Hidden Truth,
Even if something happens between you,
For the Crowd,
Come and share this apartment.
Celebrity Cook-Off,
Okay, viewers.
Now, by the time we use half of it, the food goes sweet well.
Prize of Passion, and more. If you're on Super Bouquet, recharge for 1 month and get an extra 5 days free. La Liga is back on StarTimes. Anticipate.
Your car.
Are you serious? You are the most amazing husband in the whole world.
No, come on.
I really miss my son.
I know that feeling. He's your small husband.
Can say that again.
Abel, you still haven't told me who the father of that boy is.
Rise and shine with Rapid Dawn, your essential morning companion only on Rapid TV.
Start your day with us. We bring you the latest news, engaging discussions, and a fresh perspective on issues that matter.
From weather updates to our wellness tip, interesting recipes, and our trendy conversations every Tuesday to the weirdest of talks on Wednesday, Rapid Dawn has got you covered. So grab a coffee and join us every weekday morning on Rapid Dawn. Let's greet the day together.
Rapid Dawn. Weekday mornings at 7 a.m. only on Rapid TV. Join us to the dawn of a new day.
Bliss. My name is Akava. Go by the name Baba D. And you're tuned into Rapid TV.
I love Rapid TV.
Shout out Rapid TV. Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV. This is Rapid TV.
Rapid
Rapid TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it
Keep it down. Leave it like that.